What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Random Ramblings. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
I'm Hess.
And like we do every week, we're going to start off reading some of your guys' comments. I'm going to go with this first one we got from Bill Hutchinson. He says, hey, found you guys from Westworld videos. Good stuff. I like the idea of going through Game of Thrones episode from the beginning. I don't really think you guys need to worry about spoiling things in the future episodes. I would imagine that 98% of the people watching your videos have seen the whole show already.
So,
And the funny thing about that is, maybe the people watching the show have, but Hess has not seen all of Game of Thrones.
well, yeah, and
That's really what we're worried about from the most
I
part.
kind of like the fact that, like,
That you love
because
the
of
show,
that, because
I'm okay with the show, and Hess hasn't seen the show.
yeah, no, because of that comment, I'm not gonna worry about spoilers anymore, except past
Well,
the
yeah,
shit you haven't
except
seen.
for what Hess hasn't seen. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah. I'm glad someone thought that.
I've
though,
seen
'cause, like,
through the end of season 4. So
Yeah.
all right.
the last thing that happens was Tyrion kills his grandfather, father.
Father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you haven't seen shit.
While he was on the shitter, by the way. That was awesome.
Yeah, well, Lannister shit gold.
These next two comments have to do with the little interruption we had last podcast. Maddie Shirk says, "What the fuck? You guys have a pig?"
Yes, we do.
And then Bobby commented, which I like. She keeps commenting. I really enjoy that.
Who?
Bobby.
What about Bobby?
She commented.
She
I'm
commented.
gonna read the comment.
I got you. I'm like, what? I couldn't hear. I
Uh,
don't know if I had an outage in my ears or what.
What?
Oh my god! All right, my story is basically the opposite. I started watching. This is response to Hess's story of watching Game of
Yes.
Thrones. By the way,
Yes.
What? I'm sorry.
I started watching and binged it in 2 months, 1 through 4, and basically jumped off the deep end. I've watched episode 1 of season 1 easily 12 times. Quick question: is there a pig video I missed? Which no, there's no pig video. We just say we have a teacup pig. I guess
You should do a pig video.
if you don't, I guess it is weird. Like for us,
Like
it's normal.
what?
We've had the pig for like 4 or 5
Like,
years now, or something.
take her to the park, maybe like let her run around.
I ain't taking her ass to the park.
Yeah, you know how much
Why?
she's gonna scream just
She doesn't
putting her
have to get
outside.
picked up.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to go in a fucking car. I ain't walking her ass to the park. It's hot out.
So you can't take her on a walk?
Well, we could, but it'd be a lot of work.
She's a pig, not a dog.
I don't fucking know. I don't know how this works.
You gotta like herd her. So you
Yeah.
gotta like walk behind her, and then she gets pissy, and then she walks.
She'll piss all over the car too. It'd just be a hassle.
We took her camping twice.
Yeah, she actually really did like that, except she really liked to wander off.
Yeah, she'd wander off, and she's black, and then it gets dark, and then we were like, "Where the fuck is Phoebe?" So yeah, and her
well,
name's
especially
Phoebe.
when every adult is drinking, and you're like, okay, well, I guess it's time to find the pig.
Yeah,
That makes it real
but
fun.
she does like to cuddle, so
Yeah.
That's a fun drinking game, I feel like.
find the pig.
Get drunk and find the pig in the wilderness.
I mean, it's kind of like going
That
to
also
a bar.
that
isn't it?
also sounds like it could be a sex game. Get drunk and find the pig. Oh my lord! All right, well, there's more to her comment. She said the quick question: is there a pig video I missed? Also, I agree with Nick that Kat's interactions with John are pretty icy, in contrast to his compassion and honor, which makes me not care for her as much as the story goes on. But she
Yeah.
does love her children. Also, Ghost with a little heart.
She does love her other children. So I mean, I see. What
Yeah.
she's, I mean, and
She loves
that's
them
like-
a
and like I
lot,
said-
and then
yeah.
fucking hates.
well, and it's
Jon Snow.
understandable why she
yeah, I
hates
get it to a certain degree for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except that, you know. Right?
Yeah, I know, I get
Okay.
you. This next one comes from a little guy named Hess, and he says,
A little guy
"Finger
named
my
Hess.
butthole for 10 minutes while singing Return of the Mac."
Yeah.
Billy.
I had a nickel every time I heard that.
I think didn't I have like a little
Yeah, he had a little fingering
emojis
emoji.
in there? Yeah.
Billy Jackson commented, "The ending with Siri had me dead," with a little skull emoji, and
Had me dead
Well,
too.
I hope he's back this week to watch.
I think he's dead. He can't watch it.
I mean that's horrible.
We lost a
him.
subscriber because of my stupid
he-
joke.
God.
Didn't he comment on our Saul video today?
Oh, fucking liar. Nick King commented, "Had Hess ever seen Skylar? Wow, if I was Kim, I'd be pissed off and confused us." Oh, he confused us. Sorry, I
was
read
like-
your comment wrong.
I was
but
like,
yeah,
fuck, Nick
so-
can't spell.
So that's in response to Hess thinking that Skylar was in the Breaking Bad trailer and got us all excited, and she wasn't.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah, sorry. And then
Bear Claw?
Hess responded by saying, "Nick King, hey, I admitted I was wrong. It was an honest mistake."
My dog's just sitting here like I don't know what I have that she wants.
Probably that goddamn bunny that you were dancing
I
with.
just tossed it to her.
Yeah, well, that's it.
And then I commented, yippee-ki-yay, because Hess,
Oh, I forgot about the
became
yippee-ki-yay.
Bruce Willis in the middle of the podcast last week.
He's like, come out to the coast, have a few laughs.
Absolutely.
But now that we've read all the comments, Nick, now it's up to you to tell us what happened in episode 5 of Game of Thrones season 1. The Wolf and the Lion, I believe, is the name of the episode.
Yeah, so I want to ask. So I liked 5 more than 6.
I like 6
The
more than
episode
5.
five?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I-
did you like better? I mean, you don't
They
have
all
to.
kinda-
They were both really
yeah,
good.
I mean, I think they're both fine. I feel like they, I watched them back to back right after another. So I mean,
They kind of blur together.
yeah, they kind of blur together for sure.
I get that.
Uh,
I enjoyed 6
That's
more.
what I
But
like.
they were
I like
both
to watch
good.
them Sunday night before,
Yeah, that makes
that way
sense.
they're more fresh.
Yeah,
'Cause things go in my ear and in my head and then out the other.
I
ear
mean, sometimes that happens in the middle of the podcast.
Unless, yeah, this is true.
What?
Unless it's sports, like I mean, it's like
Well, let's be honest.
I retain that shit.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I like the political shit in 5, I guess. I mean, 6 was good too, but it was just like I was watching 5 and I was like, holy cow, like this is like really good. So.
Yeah, I actually kind of forgot that a lot, like, episode 5, it ends with Ned being, like, they're going after him, and Jamie kills all his people and all that. I forgot
Yeah.
that happened
Yeah,
so
I thought
early.
that was a little bit. I thought that was a little bit later.
Yeah,
too,
I thought that
so-
was all, like, 8 and 9, that shit starts going down like that, and it was episode 5. I was pretty surprised by that.
So I think
Yeah.
I like 6 better now that I think about it.
So you're like Jerome.
I do for one specific scene. I mean, I
Mine
like
is
other
too.
stuff too, but
Did they crown the
Oh yeah.
gold dragon?
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
for
pretty
sure.
cool.
Although
I mean, it's hard not to like
wouldn't
that.
have been pretty awesome if like they go to do that to him and he just doesn't burn and they're like, oh fuck, he is a dragon.
Yeah, when they do that, and she's like, "He's no dragon,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh yeah, he isn't." Like I'd never thought of that before.
Every time I'm like, yeah, he's no fucking dragon.
That's so funny.
I also
Said
like
every time he was on screen, I would be like, "This guy's a."
Hess goes,
fraud.
he's no dragon every time.
Man, you ain't
He
no
just
dragon.
looked like a little. He looked like a little like gay pervert, like just like a little
Why? Because
weasel.
he's just like filling up his sister and shit.
I mean, he just looked like a creep.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think he's kind of supposed to be a creep though.
yeah. That's what happens when you have brothers and sisters fucking each other for 400 years or thousands of years or whatever.
It's
It
pretty
looks bad.
wild. And that's where we all derive from. Think about that.
Well, I don't think Game of Thrones is fact.
Yeah. For fuck's sake.
I mean, we act like it hasn't happened.
So we meet in the beginning. We meet Loras Tyrell,
Do you remind me who that is?
the guy who jousts the mountain,
Oh, okay, yeah,
the
Yes.
Knight of Flowers.
Sir Loras, right?
yeah. Oh, Iron Fist.
Yeah, Iron Fist to Jerome.
Yeah, there we go.
So and then he beats the mountain,
Yeah.
which the mountain didn't take too lightly.
You know, the mountain a lot really reminds me of is Deathstroke from Arrow. I feel like he looks like double the size, but like he's got the facial hair and everything. He looks a lot like him to me, like the actor who plays him.
I
Yeah,
can
but
see
you don't
that.
even really see this guy all that
Well,
much.
when he goes to fight him, he throws his helmet on the floor, fucking kills his horse, runs over at him and shit.
Yeah, Abby had to turn away when he cut the horse's head off.
Oh, really?
They didn't really kill the horse.
I
Which
know.
you know, how
That's what I told her.
I brought up last week. I believe it was last week that I was asked if you thought the Clegane Bowl was ever gonna happen. You just spilled all over
Yeah.
yourself.
Is there a hole in your lip there?
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently.
I asked you if you thought that was gonna happen, and you said probably not. I
Yeah.
saw that the mountain. The guy who plays the new one took a selfie of himself dressed up as the mountain, because like they're wrapping up the show,
Uh-huh.
and kind of teased that might happen actually in the 6 episodes.
Well, I hope it does.
So that might happen again.
But
What?
I liked Sir Loras's helmet. I thought that was pretty a badass helmet.
Oh, isn't it like the little looks like a wolf or whatever?
no,
No,
or
it's
is
just
that- is
like
that the-
shit. Like it's like it just looks like bended metal, like a bunch of bended metal, and then there's just like this small little like, if you can imagine that.
yeah, it's perfect.
No,
That's exactly what it looked
That
like.
really painted the picture. I totally remember now.
Yeah, I don't even remember his helmet.
No,
No, it's a badass.
So is
helmet.
it the mountains that looks like a no? Who's is? Oh, is it? Who's it?
But he's a
The hound.
The hounds. I just thought about that
The
because it looks like a
hound's
hound.
dog.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Moving
not,
on.
Not that this matters, but he's a cocksucker, right?
All right, and here's the part of the podcast where Hess decided to get really, really offensive. So we had to cut that out. Woo!
All right, I'm gonna mute my mic here. Oh fuck! Oh, there I can.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm crying. Just want to lay that out there.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got anything?
So,
you want to tell us more about your gay friends?
Do you want to move on to just the next topic? Because I don't think there's any getting out of this conversation.
Next topic.
That's my
The next note I have written down is that Loris blows randomly.
Yeah.
No,
well,
not-
after
not
he,
really.
I was gonna say after he was shaving him. I like. Well, I mean, I didn't like that scene. It was nothing. But like,
We did
it
get-
was kind of cool seeing them talking how he was shaving him and like he's talking about his brother and all that and like how he doesn't seem as manly and it was an interesting scene.
And then he cuts him. Like he fucking like cuts him.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
a little pissed. Like I get he's teaching him a lesson.
He
but, like,
literally put being the king in his head. He didn't have it in his head
Yeah,
before that.
yeah.
That's what that whole scene
Yeah.
is for, you know. Sorry, I have tears in my eyes from you.
I feel like that's gonna be on a cut somewhere.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna pretend. Okay, I'm moving along. Maybe. So, on the road to I can't remember where it's called now.
It starts with a V, right?
Are you
Veil?
talking
The Veil. Thank you.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, look at you. They encounter some trouble, and then
yeah,
Tyrion actually
Tyrion,
saves.
Cat and I don't know,
Bronn.
Another Bronn. Okay.
And Tyrion saves her.
Yeah, he fucking beats that guy with that
Yeah,
shield.
he like.
He
A
might-
little too much, I feel like.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that got a little weird at the end. kind of like your
I
story.
mean, a little pent up.
I
You
thought-
know, a little pent up.
Is that a
anger.
short joke? No, I'm just kidding.
Pent up anger?
I really liked his little joke too at the end when Bran was like, "Oh, you need a woman after that, like your first kill or whatever," and he's like, "Well, I'm willing or she's willing," and like kind of points at Cat,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, I'm starting to like this guy."
That guy's name's Bronn too.
Oh, like
That is Bronn.
yeah, there's Bronn and Bran.
Oh, Bran. Okay.
Yeah, I always get their names confused too.
I didn't know who you were talking about. I thought you meant Bronn and someone else was named Bronn, but it really wasn't.
I got you. Yeah, I
Uh,
like that guy.
And then the next thing is Bran. So he's kind of questioning his mom's whereabouts. I kind of like that.
Yeah, is that the scene where he was teaching him?
Yeah, he's teaching him all the house sigils and shit.
Yeah.
I like that scene, even though I didn't retain any of the knowledge from it whatsoever. But I thought it was pretty neat.
Well, I don't think you really need to.
Yeah, a lot of people like
No, people know that
probably
shit.
know that
yeah,
shit like off the
for
top of their
sure.
head.
For sure. And then the next thing I've written down is that we get to see Theon's dick.
You know, I remember people talking about his giant cock, but I didn't remember that we saw his giant cock.
I missed it.
But oh man,
You missed the dick?
his dick.
Is it when he was fucking that whore?
Yes.
And when he
Yeah,
was
I
done
missed it.
fucking that whore, we saw.
He like walked around and like shook it for the camera, and then she
yeah, he
grabs
could
it.
fight that other guy from Westworld that had the giant cock. Their dicks could sword fight, and I wouldn't know who'd win.
Sizemore?
No, not Sizemore's dick. The
Oh.
big black guy that he's pouring the water, and she's like, "Oh, your talents are being
He's
wasted."
going way back to season 1.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to picture
I mean, those
that.
are the only two big. That's the biggest cocks in HBO I've seen. Is just what I'm saying.
Was it that big?
It surprised me.
I think, but see,
I
think
was
he
just-
was
I was
he
just
was
like,
a shower. He wasn't a grower, so I mean, it probably wasn't too much bigger.
Well, I don't know. He
after
wasn't.
that.
He didn't look hard.
I know he's a shower. You're
Well,
either a
what-
shower
but-
or a grower.
But what if it gets bigger? Is what I'm saying.
It will get bigger, but I mean,
well, not
if
if
you're a
you've seen
shower, it doesn't get like another 6 inches.
Ask
You never know. Ask him.
ask Ramsey if it gets bigger.
I mean, this show has dragons flying around. You don't know about their dicks.
I actually have seen dragons fly. They're baby dragons though. They're like teenage dragons. So.
You sound like Slick Rick over there. Teenage love. So
A teenage love.
yeah, he gets his dick cut off, so that's why they're showing it. There's a, hey,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at this. You're never gonna see it again.
So do you think when they were casting, like they were going through people and they're like, "Oh, we really like you, but your penis just isn't up to par," or do you
No.
think they use prosthetic cocks?
I don't think they use prosthetic cocks.
Well,
Well,
you
I'm just
said you
saying,
didn't even
what if
see
they
it.
what if they really do
I
like
did,
the
but I mean,
actor,
that-
but his
How
penis
do
isn't
you
up to?
do that? How
Well,
would you use a prosthetic?
Don't they
cock?
do that in Boogie Nights with
Boogie
with
Nights.
Mark
They also
Wahlberg?
do it with Hoarder later. You really think his dick like hits the floor?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's how they use it.
Did Theon Greyjoy's dick hit the floor?
I mean, it might have.
No, I don't think so.
But
I
Well,
just
it-
brought it
it
up
was
because
point.
you guys wanted a dick counter on Westworld. I didn't know we were going to talk about it for 12
no,
minutes.
I'm just wondering. Do you think like?
Maybe we
do you
should
think?
start
Do you think that's his
Gay
real?
podcast.
Oh my lord.
God.
Do you think they really? This is a weird podcast. But do you
Yeah.
think they use prosthetic dicks, or do you think that's his real dick, or what do you think is going on there with the dick?
I think that was his real dick.
Yeah, because like later on, believe it's that episode. The little boy sucking on the mom's boob. Those are prosthetic boobs.
Yeah, well, that's what Abby goes. Abby goes, how do they have that little boy actor? How do they do that? I go, I'm pretty sure that was a prosthetic.
I
tit.
looked it up because I was wondering
they
because
don't
like
just have,
you hear him like off the like titty and stuff. So I was like that can't be a real boob. And I looked it
Yeah,
up. Like I was pretty sure it
definitely.
was prosthetic, but I wanted to be sure. I didn't want to come on here and you'd be like, actually, in Game of Thrones is weird because in Ireland you could have little boys suck on tits. Or
I
something.
never even thought about it.
I
I was
think
like,
about
God,
it
they're fucking
every time
weird.
we see it. I'm like, is that like 10-year-old boy really sucking on like a 40-year-old woman's breasts? Like while they're acting,
I think
they're like in
that's
action, and
just
like the
wild.
people in the back are like, wow, we might be filming a porno.
they're kooky
Yeah, it never even
fucks.
occurred to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's just weird in itself that he's breastfeeding, and I didn't go past that.
Oh, I actually did some homework on the prosthetics of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's
I think that's
fucking
a good
awesome.
call.
I'm
Good
gonna look
call.
up if Theon's dick is real while you
Oh
bring up
my
the next one.
God! I don't care if his dick is real.
I do.
Oh my God!
Well, we've been going for 40 minutes and we've talked about dicks.
I know. All right, so Varys goes in and talks to Ned, and kind of like tells him,
Isn't that when he hints at him about people wanting to kill the king and all that?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's kind of giving him the lowdown in a roundabout way.
I kind of like Varys, even though he's a little shady.
I
Right?
kind of
He's a
like
little
Varys too. Yeah, I mean,
But
every-
and
if there's-
speaking of, he doesn't have a dick, right?
he does not have a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And why doesn't he have a dick? What is there? Like, do we find out? I can't remember if we did.
it was cut off,
Okay.
and then I believe thrown into a fire. Why he
Okay.
watched. I might have made that up, but I think that's what it is.
Okay, that makes sense. It
That makes
sounds right.
sense.
But do they say
mean,
that?
it-
do they
it-
say that in the show that happened, or is that like from book knowledge?
I think they say it in the show.
Oh, I missed that.
I think
Unless
so.
they haven't said it yet. I missed that.
I think
They
he's
didn't say it like this
no,
episode.
No, yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, on the bright side, I can't find anything about the actor's dick.
What's a eunuch?
Isn't that just
That's
that's
it.
just a name for a guy with no, like someone that
so
got their
he's a
part cut off?
eunuch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he said there's like whatever 3 people that whatever, blah blah blah. He refers to eunuchs and something else.
Oh, that used poison? That
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
2
yeah.
episodes ago or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, eunuch. He's a eunuch. That's why he was like,
Okay.
when he said Lord Varys is a eunuch, you know, and he's like, everybody
gotcha.
fucking knows that, except Haas. Sorry, had to.
So, you know, that remind me to bring what we talked about in the kitchen when we get into him like flipping through the book and what we said that scene's for.
Yeah, good point. So Arya chases a cat into the dungeon. This
Yeah,
is
she
the,
finds a little bit of a dragon skull.
yeah, the dragon skulls are cool, right?
Yeah.
And-
We saw that again in the most recent season, I believe, didn't we?
I think we see it a couple times, yeah. And then she overhears Varys and someone else talking about like Ned and the former hand getting killed and
Yeah.
war. And all.
Savages.
So you guys know who that person was?
Well, it wasn't it. I can't even. Is it Varys? That's
It's
the unit, and then someone else, but I don't know who the other person was.
Do you know who the other person was?
No, I don't. I didn't.
Okay, it's the guy that set up the wedding for Daenerys,
Oh,
and they let them stay
Oh.
there.
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, his name's Illyrio.
Oh.
That's his. So I mean, it's kind of showing you that Varys might be on Daenerys' side even from the get go.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Khaleesi, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I refuse to call
I
it that.
always find that hard because like it just Daenerys sounds like a guy name to me. I don't know.
I mean, Daenerys? It doesn't sound like a real name to me.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, it sounds more of a guy name than a girl name.
Well, Khaleesi's not.
But-
Khaleesi's not a name.
Yeah, no, but still,
Isn't that just like the
she's-
title of the
Yeah, it's like a
Head of the dragons
person's
or whatever?
wife or
It's
whatever?
like the queen of the Dothraki or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but that was, I see. I like that kind of shit where she overhears it and then she
See,
runs
that
and
was
tells,
interesting to me, but that doesn't like make the episode for me.
and then she runs and tells her father.
I thought it was funny.
And her father's like, "Nah,
yeah.
don't worry about it."
So can you answer me this? Why, like he gets this information. This is another thing. While like, we talked about how Ned Stark's pretty dumb. Why he hasn't like told Ned that there's someone might try to kill you, and like my daughter's telling me this stuff about me. Like why hasn't he brought that up to anybody?
Who's he gonna tell though?
No, I'm saying like why doesn't he tell Ned or not Ned? Why doesn't he tell?
Ned,
Robert?
come here. I gotta talk to you,
why,
Ned.
why doesn't he tell Robert that or like something? You know.
Well, Robert's on a hunt.
Well,
Yeah.
before he goes on the hunt, isn't that?
Well, he had just quit. I think he he plans on getting proof and then telling Robert.
And then telling him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I would have yapped first and got proof later.
I could see that.
But, in this case, that might have saved some lives, so.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought it was funny when Arya's trying to get back into the.
Oh yeah, and they wouldn't let her in.
I like that.
And
That reminded
she's
me.
like, I'll smack you.
Uh,
I thought it was funny.
Did it remind you of like last season?
That's what I was just gonna say, and then I stopped myself because he hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they repeat that scene. Kind
Yeah,
of,
it's kinda
in
cool.
in the new season.
Yeah.
I saw
Sweet.
that and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. I kind of forgot they did that.
Yeah, it's cool the way that she always finds herself like on the outside looking in, sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. And then so Yoren, the guy from the wall that Tyrion was with, tells Ned that Cat took Tyrion and like all
Yeah.
this other stuff. Which
Isn't that when he leaves and then his men get killed? Like that's the kind of going into that.
yeah, sort of. They had that small council meeting with.
Oh, they did that and then it went.
Yeah,
to,
they had that small council meeting with, and then the king's
Yeah.
actually there, and then he
Yeah.
ends up quitting because he. It's weird how he
He took the blame for it, right?
took the blame for what?
For
Tyrion?
He said he ordered.
Yeah, that was later on.
Her
But
to
yeah, he
take.
does.
Yeah, he for sure because he doesn't. Yeah, and that's just who he is. He's going to take the blame for
Mhm.
everything, which.
He's just a stand-up guy.
But then, and then
yeah.
at that meeting, they're all basically saying that they want to kill Daenerys and they want to kill their son. And why are they so? Is it just because that she is a kid that like?
Yeah,
because the dragon stuff. Like they don't
Yeah.
expect a woman to be the dragon. It's got to be a man and like all that. Is that why?
Well, and because she thinks she's the rightful heir to the
Mhm.
throne, so like they just if they kill them all, then no one's
Then
gonna be
no-
no one's gonna be like I'm a Targaryen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that,
It seems a little weird because like they weren't that worried about it, and then all of a sudden now because she's pregnant, they're like, well, let's fucking kill this bitch.
well, he was worried about it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, now they're I mean, he's more worried about it now,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean,
If only he knew.
yeah, I guess he never will. you
Yeah.
know.
In one of these episodes, it's referenced that I can't remember exactly what it is, but it says something to the matter of I will have your head on a spike or something, and I think that ends up happening.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah,
With Ned.
Yeah.
Ned says, or
Robert
says
says
Ned.
that to Ned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go, huh. Kind of funny that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do
But, I
tease
mean,
a little
it's
bit of
not-
stuff like that you would just be like, whatever, that's not gonna happen. Like they just kind
Yeah.
of throw away lines,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
it happens,
Watching
but
it
in
again.
a completely different way.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really think of it because it's not Robert doing it, but yeah, you're right.
It's not,
Yeah.
but yeah. But it still does happen.
Right. The and then Ned's gonna leave. So he talks to Sansa, he talks to Arya, get your shit, we're getting
Yeah.
out of here.
I like that little scene when she's like, "Oh, it's not fair. I want to marry him. Oh my god."
Yeah, she was like a total teenage girl.
Yeah, it's
there.
funny
Oh,
how
yeah.
the show's like it's all, oh, we're sword fighting, there's dragons and politics, and then you get to her and she's like, "Oh, but daddy."
Yeah, and like and Arya doesn't want to leave either because she wants to
She wants to be with her the dancing teacher. or
yeah,
whatever.
Syrio.
Yeah.
But then Littlefinger kind of basically convinces him to stay.
A little bit, yeah. He's like, "Oh, if you're around later, like I'll show you the the last person you wanted to talk to, or whatever." Like,
it just take an hour if you got time. He's like,
yeah.
it's just like
He controls like anything that's going on. He just
he manipulates the
pokes in.
shit out of Ned,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Oh, yeah.
you even see it more like the second time and third time that you watch it. You're like, Jesus, because you're
Well,
like
because like right now he just seems kind of like a guy that peeks in and talks, and like he doesn't seem like he's that important to the overall story right now.
Mhm.
But then later on, knowing he is, you pay more attention to him now, and you're like, "Oh, motherfucker."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he just plays him like a fiddle.
Oh yeah, for sure. I put the Tyrion gets to the Vale. You get to see all the fucking sister, her crazy ass, and the fucking what's his name, Robert Aaron too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they call him Robin in this?
Yeah.
I read that he's Robert in the book, but he's Robin in this because they don't want to confuse people.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's funny. He crazy little fucker.
So-
Yeah.
She's a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They're both
both.
fucking
I
crazy.
would not want to be around them in any situation at all.
No, and
Like,
it-
they're just,
Anybody
like,
that comes up with the
high-strung.
idea to have a moon door in their fucking house,
I mean,
you don't want to be there.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's cool, but like they got to be a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Especially when the son's like, "Oh, moon door, yay!" Like all happy, like
Yeah, he's gonna grow up.
I
want to
see the
fuck.
small. What does he say?
I
The
wanna see
little
this-
man fly.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I like their prison cells too. Where
Well, that's
it's
what
just,
and that's what I got to next.
open to the open to the
Those
side of the
prisons always
fucking-
freak me out.
Well, and like, no bathroom. What do you just shit off the side?
Yeah, don't
I
lean
think
back
you
too
just
far.
Shit in the corner.
Kick it off.
There was like a little stream thing that ran off of it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so you can just kind of rub your ass on the stream a little bit. You don't need toilet
But
paper.
see, when they like the second time when she says throw them back in,
Yeah,
she
she
says
said a
like
smaller,
put 'em
a
on more
steeper one. Yeah.
steeper and smaller. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there's like an incline to them.
Yeah,
Eventually, you just open the door and you just fall down.
Yeah, that's the moon door.
I guess.
But
yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. I just thought I know it's a show, but like, who rolls like that in their sleep? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, wow, okay. Like,
well, I think I would.
I felt that was unnecessary, but
I roll all
Yeah,
over the
I-
fucking place.
You guys
Really?
did a video where you played Madden. He went to bed, rolled off the bed, and cut his head open. Remember?
Yeah.
well, I had nothing to
Good
do.
point.
Yeah. He'd have been off that fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
I felt so bad.
For
I
those
was like, I
people who
felt-
don't know, which is probably everybody watching this, because that was long ago. They did a
That was,
video
like,
where
2 Super Bowls. ago.
yeah, they got drunk and played the Super Bowl in Madden. They got
we
fucking
drank 40s and
wasted.
took shots.
like even Hess was fucked up.
Well, and
I was.
and my whole goal is I'm gonna get Hess fucked up because I kick your ass every time,
And,
then
you got way
I got
too fucked
killed.
up. Yeah.
totally
then-
backfired.
And it was weird editing
Yeah.
too, knowing what happens after. So like he goes to bed, and all of a sudden we hear boom, and he makes like a noise. He fell
How'd
out of
that go
bed. It was like it was a really weird noise. I was in the room with mom, and I was like, "Should we leave him on the floor? Like, what are we gonna do?" And she's like, "Oh, I think he's and then you started throwing up, and it sounded like a waterfall. Like all of a sudden someone pulled the switch and a waterfall's coming down in the room. So we went over to help you because you were throwing up. You wouldn't have thrown up. We would have probably just left you there.
Probably would have died.
And we come over, and all of a sudden, we just see his entire face is covered in blood. And we're like, what the, what? And we looked, and he hit his head on their, like, they have a little side table dresser type thing next to the bed. Hit his head on there.
I don't remember
fell
any
to
of
the
this
floor.
shit.
So me and my mom had to pick him up. We brought him into the shower, set him down. We're hosing him down the shower, like, cleaning him up and all this stuff. I text Hess. I was like, I think you should know, he fell out of bed and cut his head open. And Hess is like, fuck, dude, you guys need to go to the hospital? We're like,
I
don't know.
I did.
We
I
were
was- I
cleaning it
felt
up
so
and stuff.
Your fault.
bad.
It wasn't
I know,
your
but I
fault.
still felt bad.
And
I
then,
was just like, God
like
damn.
an hour and a half later or so, we picked you back up, got you back into bed. Which, like, we were cleaning up, and you're like, "Fuck off, I want to sleep." We're like, "You're fucking bleeding out of your head." So then we
It-
finally got him back in
kinda like
bed and
the-
built like a pillow fort around him. What'd you say?
You didn't come through.
Kind of like the river video.
Oh, very
yeah.
similar,
Fuck
yeah.
off. I'm fine as you're floating down the stream.
Yeah, well, I when I'm drunk, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I know that from multiple experiences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, so
For sure.
yeah.
long story short, he would roll off there.
Oh, is that where we're going with that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would
Drop-
totally.
Drop. Oh, you do.
Especially
we
if I
should've
drank-
done a video.
Especially if
Did we do a video of that of us drinking?
Yeah. What do
Was
you
there a video of it?
Yeah, you guys playing Madden, yeah.
yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
whole
but-
start.
That
of
was the whole
Hey, remember
point.
about 15 minutes ago when I said that happens in the podcast too, where stuff goes in one ear and out the other?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be one
For
of those.
sure. Well, I couldn't remember if we just did like if we just had the screen, or if like we had.
No,
cameras
yeah,
on
we
us,
had
too.
cameras. I was switching batteries and shit because stuff like you guys played for like 2.5 fucking hours.
No.
Yeah, and I kept
What
videoing
is
because you
that?
guys would have to take shots. It was a long.
Yeah, because if you think
video.
about it, because I think we did a
That was a
shot every
long
time there was an
time ago.
interception, like literally the first play.
yeah,
I'm like,
and
pick.
played,
I'm like,
and played
you
40s
fucking
and stuff,
kidding
and,
me?
like it was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
think that-
Maybe just drop the link in the
I-
video. Maybe somebody wants to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
I'll put that in the description.
Nobody wants to watch that shit.
You never know.
It's probably the last time you beat me. 2 years ago.
Maybe.
And probably the last time we played, actually.
Keep.
What? Keep.
No.
Tip.
You got.
Hey, motherfucker. So I liked it when Cersei came in and talked to Robert. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
That was another
she's
one I
like-
liked.
I did like that scene. I've noticed this time rewatching it, I really like their conversations a lot more. Than
You do?
before, like
means in
like,
general,
like,
not just
like
Cersei.
everybody's. Like before,
You don't like
I got-
conversation?
before anytime that
It's fine.
anytime people talked for more than 10 minutes in the show, I was like, all right, come on.
But they're talking
But-
about stuff.
But then now I'm paying
Yeah.
attention. And I'm like, oh, this is how people understand the show, and
Jesus
it's
fucking Christ.
actually good. Like
Like,
that.
I just like how
I-
he really took a dig at her. Like a pretty good dig.
Yeah, when she was like, did you ever for an instant love me or whatever? And he's like, no, not really.
I don't even think it was a dig. I think he was just doing
It
the truth.
was,
He was telling
like
the truth.
the first time
Yeah,
in
but
like years
it
they were
hurt,
honest to each
don't you
other.
think? Don't you think
Yeah.
it hurt?
Probably.
Yeah.
Even though she said she was unfazed or whatever, like didn't.
But-
She probably just went home and fucked Jamie after and got
Yeah, I
over
mean,
it.
it's not like she's in love with
and
him.
the little gay boy.
She just-
Well, because
Yeah.
she admitted too that she isn't in love with him. She said at one point she was in the beginning, but now not
Yeah.
anymore. Now
Yeah.
they're kind of just together because the titles and shit.
The funny thing is that, and this could be a little bit of a spoiler for you, but too bad. I don't believe that Ned's sister was ever in love with Robert in the first place. It was just an arranged marriage. Obviously, she liked someone else.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I think that's where
I thought she died.
we
but
snip it in
I
the butt.
guess not.
What?
No, yeah, she did die.
She died?
She died.
She was in
Oh,
the
okay.
fucking crypt. They visit her. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I agree with
Maybe
you.
she comes back as a
I
ghost.
agree with you, and I think the audience will agree with you, and I think we just.
All right, that's fine. And
Keep it
then,
moving.
so Ned goes to the brothel, sees the baby. It's a bastard. Realizes he has bastards all over the place. And then when he comes out, Jamie faces him. That's the end of the episode, is when he squares off
Yeah.
with Jamie.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Jamie,
Yeah, I really like
Yeah.
that.
Jamie seemed a little pissed when his one of his guy
Stabbed him
in
in
the back
the-
of the leg.
Yeah, he was like, motherfucker.
Well, and then he punched him out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if he killed the guy or just like hit
I
him.
thought he killed him.
Yeah, so did I.
thought so too.
Oh, like that's how you remembered it?
I
Yeah,
thought Jamie
I remembered him
cut-
just like
like,
walking
cut
up and
his
just like
fucking
stabbing
head
his
off.
sword
Like,
at him or
don't
something.
fucking do that. Like, I'll fight my own battles. Like,
I thought it was
Yeah.
like, you fucking cut the guy. Like, we're just here to take him in.
Yeah, and
Because like we said before, I feel like he's a nice guy. He's just kind of doing what he's told and being a dick because he's
yeah.
kind of the reputation. And then he does that, and he's like, I'm just here to take this guy in. You know, I'm supposed to, and like my sister won't have sex with me if I don't. And then,
Yep.
bad shit happens.
So,
return my brother.
as we wrap this episode up, why didn't Jamie kill Ned?
Because
Why would he? Why?
Yeah,
I, mean,
I don't-
It's,
No, they killed everybody else. Why didn't he? He had a reason.
I don't know the reason.
Because his wife has Tyrion.
Oh, that's the only
yeah,
reason.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the obvious.
Well,
reason.
I guess yeah. I thought you were saying.
Well,
I
if
thought
it was
it was
obvious,
I mean-
why didn't you say it?
Well, I thought you were getting
well,
at something
I
bigger.
thought it said it for itself because he said, "You kill me, you'll never see your brother again."
Yeah, I
Like,
thought
he
you were getting at
legit
something
said
bigger
it.
than that.
Yeah, he did. But so here's my point. On to the next episode where Tyrion gets free.
Yeah,
Good move, Cat. What, taking her into the Vale and then letting him go, basically.
it's
Yeah.
funny how like
Well, he didn't.
because there's no real
yeah.
communication with like things like that because it's Westworld and like they don't like he can't like,
Could you imagine?
he
if they had
can't tweet
cell
at her and
phones?
shit. You know that like things just get more and more fucked up as the show goes on because
Right.
of little things like that. Like it's funny to watch the snowball effect of.
But I
Things
mean,
like that.
yeah, like literally he's like, if you kill me, you won't get your brother back. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And
Good
then
call.
next episode, they're like, trial by combat. All right, Tyrion, you're free to go. And we're like,
I want
Could you imagine, like, if I needed to get like a note to you guys, and
He's
I had to
sent it by Raven.
Raven.
That'd be kind of dope, to be honest.
you know
Send
what?
ravens
I
and
wouldn't even
shit
take a note from a raven.
Why
I
not?
hate fucking birds.
That's true. I
I
think it's
don't
gonna
like
attack
birds
you.
either. I would just make like a little like mailbox for him to.
But
drop
you
it
might,
in,
in
know?
in like a different world where you are taking ravens and shit, you might not have that fear of birds because you'd be used to taking ravens from as a young boy.
You probably wouldn't be scared of lightning either.
Yeah, pussy.
I'd definitely still be scared of lightning.
I want to bring up before I forget. This is the part that we talked about in the kitchen earlier.
Oh,
That
boy.
scene where Ned is going through the book
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, oh, black of hair.
Black hair.
Robert Baratheon, black of hair, and then he gets to little cunt,
Joffrey.
I can't, yeah, Joffrey, and he gives him his blonde or gold of hair, or however he says it. It's one of the dumbest scenes in the show.
Yeah.
I like because he finds out stuff, but like it's so stupid.
It like really annoyed him, and we were talking about it in the kitchen. And I said, "Well, they do that so people like see it for the it's for the audience."
Yeah.
yeah,
I felt like it was necessary to put that in there.
no,
Well,
it
Just
totally
like-
is necessary. I think the way they went through it was dumb because he's like, he had to read a book to be like, wait a minute, blonde hair, black hair. Everybody that's been in his family has been kings has had black hair, and like.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, and I don't know, like they don't have
So
DNA
is
tests.
is that their way of saying like Jamie is Joffrey's father?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a way of saying that Joffrey is not his son.
Which and
Right.
and what
Yeah, I knew that. I assumed it was Jamie's, but
Yeah, well, I don't think
they're
know that
all
for
Jamies,
Yeah,
all three of them.
but I don't think does Ned know that for sure now, or does he just think that she
I
gets
thought they
up with
looked like
something else?
mongoloids, like when they had incest. Was that not the case back then? Or?
I don't think he still gets it. This isn't back
I
then.
know.
Don't get what?
This
I'm
is
being serious.
no,
like,
but this isn't like
it can
in
happen.
our world. This
but
is
this isn't.
completely
Remember,
different.
this isn't.
It's made up. It's like watching Star Wars. Like they look
Yeah.
completely different because it's a different
somewhere in a
universe.
galaxy far, far away.
Basically,
It
yeah.
could be.
Think of it like
All right.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't know. I mean,
Like
I
no one's
thought-
gonna invent the car and like
Oh, the last season they have cars and
they go to the future.
smartphones. Tyrion's like tweeting at Daenerys and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
You've
How
lost
cool
your
would that be?
fucking
I
dumb.
just didn't know. I mean,
No, but like all the Targaryens used to fuck each other, and that's why they're all like pure Targaryen. That's why they kept their blood pure Targaryen, is because they just like had sex
Although
with each other.
to be honest,
And then
wouldn't
and
it
then once in a
originally
while,
not be pure because like you'd have to be two different people? Then eventually they'd be like, oh, let's keep it in the family. But like it would have been mixed of other things originally.
it goes back 1,000 years, thousands of years.
So I guess by now.
is
gets-
Mongoloid an offensive term?
Not to me, but to some people, yes.
No, but I mean, I feel like Mongoloid is better to say than retard.
Yeah, and again, Hess decided to say some things that we would rather not show. So,
Oh, all right. So episode 6, what's it called?
Golden Crown,
Golden Crown.
one of the best moments this season, I think. One of, not the best, but one of.
I enjoyed it.
So like I don't remember. I guess the king and queen come visit Ned in the bed, and he's
Oh yeah, that's how it actually starts. Is him waking
Yeah.
up and they're talking, and then like he says I can't run the 7 kingdoms if you two are at each other's throats. You can resolve this.
yeah. Which
And then he forces Ned to be the hand again, and he's like, if you fucking take that off again, I'll give it to Jaime Lannister, you little cunt.
which
and
was
he
a
walks out
good.
the
That
door.
was that's why I kind of like Robert
Yeah,
sometimes, because like he just says, he's like, yeah, I'll give it to Jamie, and then he's like, ah, fuck.
I really enjoyed. I like Robert
Yeah, I do too.
a lot. Like
He's maybe the best king the show's had.
he's just a drunk,
I like
like
Tommen.
kind of idiot, but
Remember was that the one that you walked out of the room for?
Yep, motherfucker. And then Daenerys puts the dragon eggs on the coals. She's trying to get like
Yeah, I like that. She's doing, and the
Barbecue
girl walks
dragon
in like,
eggs.
"What the fuck are you doing?" And goes to take it, and she gets burned in. And Daenerys is like, "Oh, you're hurt."
yeah, you are not a dragon. And then so Bran, it's funny because he's riding the horse, and I was like, oh, he does ride the horse.
you finally used that. That's what I thought.
Yeah, and then he gets attacked by the wildlings. I didn't write down the chick's name that they saved.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that girl.
I
Like,
didn't.
That's the way that she's introduced.
And I literally I couldn't remember her name. It's like it's something similar, and they might even change it from the book. But anyway, it's so I wrote a thing that they kill all the wildlings and then save, and then I left the space to put her name, and I never went back and put her name. So I don't remember her fucking name.
Oh, yeah, she's in it for a long time too, which is kind of surprising. Like you'd think like eventually she wouldn't matter.
Yeah, no, totally.
well, she helps Bran, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time, she
Mhm.
does. Yeah.
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 But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Him riding the horse, he's all excited, and then you get to see.
And then they're all talking about going to war, and then they're like, "Hey, where's Bran?" It's like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you.
It's like us camping with Phoebe.
Kinda.
So do you think that by having Robb Stark spare her life, does that kind of start painting a picture of like how he is, like kind of weak?
No, I don't think so.
No, you don't think?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's weak at all.
I think it just shows kind of like they're like she offered her life to them.
He's
like, okay. Like I don't think like they're gonna the good people are gonna kill people without a reason.
yeah. He's just a good person. I don't think he's weak.
I just didn't know.
I mean
Felt that way.
that's just my opinion. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm right.
I mean, I haven't seen the whole show, so I don't really know. I guess I don't know, dude. It's been a year, so I mean, it's probably been longer for you, so.
Yeah, it has actually, but and it's actually Theon that saves him.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
And he
when-
gets pissed at him.
Well, I mean, he saves him, and I thought, oh, there, Hess, he did some good because you said.
I thought of that too. Yeah,
oh, did you?
yeah.
But then they call him out on it like it was reckless.
And
or
he's like, "Why
whatever.
the fuck would you cut a mess?" And she's like, "No, he didn't." So just let him be for this moment.
Yeah, give him this because
Yeah.
he doesn't get much more.
And then he goes off and he sees the redhead whore leaving, and he flicks her corn and says, "Let me see it one last time."
And then she shows
And
it.
she flashes her cooter.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she's. It's kind of funny. She knows war's coming because like all the men are leaving. She's like, I'm a whore. I need men, so I'm going to King's Landing.
Yeah.
Which I knew that happened, but I didn't remember it that way.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she's actually smart. She knows there's not gonna be anyone around.
I thought
if
about that
anybody
too. I
else.
was like, "Oh, that's kind of interesting." How like Like you never really think about, oh, what are the horse gonna do with all the men leaving? You know?
Yeah.
And that was a hell of a coin flip too. I mean,
Yeah, I thought about that. There's no way in hell if even I couldn't flip a coin that far,
Precise.
and someone flips the coin at me, I ain't catching that shit.
Oh, yeah, there's no way you're catching it.
I'd be like, hey, can you come pick that up and give it back to me? Like
You catch it with your forehead.
I'd jump down, then accidentally show my cooter, then you take the coin back. It'd be a whole mess.
You'd show your cooter, huh?
So you've never been able to, you've never had problems catching D's.
Wow.
I tried.
You've never had problem catching these.
I tried.
And
Thought I
then
might be able to sneak it in there.
that's what she said. Tyrion confesses to his crimes and demands a trial by combat.
Oh, I really like that. Scene.
that was awesome.
That
scene.
I think
Yep.
that and then the Golden Crown part is why I really like this
So,
episode.
Jerome was watching this when I came home today, and it was just that part had just ended,
Yeah.
and we thought that would be the only part where you took notes when he talked about how because of how many different ways he described jerking off.
Yeah.
Mm.
He made
Like
the
making
old man cry.
the
bald
bald
old
man.
man cry. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then-
I didn't
Into
think-
a stew that he says he hopes his sister ate.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. Like,
I hope she ate it too.
Well, I do too, but in
Well,
general, that's
they hate,
weird.
They hate each
Can
other.
you imagine if I was like, I jerked off into a stew and I hope Taylor ate
When
it?
he was a baby, she reached into his crib and pinched his
Well, no.
cock until he cried.
Well,
Jesus, that's
I'm-
pretty bad.
I'm not exactly meaning her. I hope that Cersei eats all the cum stew in the world.
Okay.
I'm just saying in general, for a brother to jerk off into a stew and hope his sister eats it is a little odd.
Well, I mean, they're odd.
That
Yeah,
might be a good shirt. I hope that Cersei eats all the cum stew in the world.
that would be a good shirt. I like
It's a
that.
little long, but I mean,
Might be front and back, but you'll get the
Yeah.
idea.
Wow.
and then you have a bowl of cum
You
stew.
guys have a million T-shirt ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Never did a one.
Well, we can't make one until we have someone that wants to comment down below if you'd buy a cum stew shirt.
Well, you guys made a shirt, right? You did make one, like the shirt, right?
Yeah, we had a couple Pleeka shirts.
A couple Pleeka shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were the
Yeah.
only ones that ordered them.
This is true.
And also, actually, there is fucking people out there in the fucking world with Pleeka shirts because
Oh, yeah.
we ordered one for each person in our house.
Not me.
And then the mail came. Yeah, you didn't get one. And then the mail came, and we're like, oh, we're going to go get our shirts. Yeah, Pleeka. And then there's nothing in the fucking mailbox. Some asshole stole our mail and took
No way.
took So someone in the world is walking around with therealpleeka.com on the back and Pleeka on the front.
they're probably like
Oh.
V-neck,
they're
red
probably
and blue
like,
V-neck
what the
shirts.
fuck is this? And then threw them away.
Probably,
Hopefully they're homeless, so it's like free word of mouth, like advertisement, just free advertising.
well, I mean, I
Yeah,
don't.
because if there's one thing I do, it's read homeless people's shirts.
Or even that, how's a homeless
Could
guy
you
gonna?
imagine
How's a homeless
if
guy
you're
gonna subscribe to
driving-
Pleeka?
Hey, write that down, honey.
Could you
What the
imagine
fuck?
if you're
I mean,
driving home?
What are we gonna
and, like,
comment on
there's
this
a
video?
Homeless guy, and it says like realpleeka.com.
If
Would you
I
not shit
I
your
really
pants?
want to see the person wearing the shirt in the public because I'd be like, I know you stole from me because that's my thing.
Well, that's not true. What if someone else stole it and they gave it out for like Christmas presents or something?
Oh, that's true. Well, fuck.
Or
You
they
put
threw
a
it
whole.
away, and some homeless guy dug it out of the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
There's,
damn.
there's, it's
But yeah, so comment down below if you buy a Pleeka shirt. I guess is the moral of that.
Yeah. How about with my face on it? Huh?
yeah.
I'll take a screenshot of that and put it on there.
Can you imagine?
I wish I had a shirt maker. I would just make shirts like nonstop.
Like nonstop. So you'd have a billion.
He'd be doing the
shirts.
podcast with us, being like,
Hey, Hess, come here.
Yeah.
No, put the shirt down. We're gonna talk about Game of Thrones.
I wouldn't be able to do the podcast anymore. I'd make dirty shirts nonstop.
You can only
I
wear
would
like
make them nonstop. Okay, I would make sure it's a lot.
so
And
unlike
I
you
would
to
make a-
contradict yourself.
Well, you know how it goes. You get it. But no, and then I would like gift them to you, Jerome, so you could put them all around your wall and stuff. And
Oh, that
so
would be
people
cool.
could see 'em. And then just put little price tags underneath them, so
so they can see him all the videos and stuff.
Yeah, if you want.
Invite the fans to our house. They come in my bedroom and boop, boop,
This
there
is
we
the
go.
worst
Yeah.
fucking business idea I've ever heard in my life.
I do gotta say,
Yeah.
we got 10 minutes to talk about the rest of Game of Thrones.
All right, then. No. Okay, so he asked for trial by combat and says, "Yeah, I want Jamie."
Yeah, and they say no, it's today. So then Bronn
Hey.
offers to do it. I like too at the end when they're fighting and she's like, "You don't fight with honor" or whatever, and he's
Yeah.
No,
like,
but he did.
he's like, "That guy did."
Yeah.
That moment right there is why you should love that guy.
Well, even when he's like, "I'll stand for the dwarf,"
Yeah,
and then he looks at him, he goes,
I like too how he just tires the guy, like doesn't even fight, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Fight!" and then he just kicks the guy's ass.
Yeah, I mean, he was dead before he went out the moon door.
Yeah, that was a really cool fight scene because it was very different than what like you normally see.
Yeah, like all those people are like in the way and they're fucking hitting.
He was like
swords.
throwing dudes at the guy and stuff. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
real cool.
It was pretty sweet. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so Ned's on the throne, and because Robert's hunting, and drinking a lot of wine while he's hunting. which
Yeah.
is-
Yeah,
they-
and this I think is a huge mistake on Ned's part here.
Putting like leaving and putting him on the throne.
what's his
No,
huge
I think
mistake?
like what he does.
Well, I'm
with
asking
the-
you what he does.
Yeah, with the whole thing, like he says he's charging. He demands like they bring Tyrion in, and he's
Tywin.
wanted for Tyrion. Sorry, wanted for like treason and blah blah blah, all that shit. Like I just think that like his downfall is coming, but I feel like this sped it up a lot.
Yeah, I mean a little. It kind of doesn't matter. But he's showing. I mean, because they're already the Lannisters and the Starks are already at each other's throats. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
gonna fix anyways. But Littlefinger's the one who fucking got him doing all this shit. Like Littlefinger's whispering in his ear. Like I forget what he said to him. So like, it'd be like attacking the king's hand when he comes out of in the city streets or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, oh yeah, huh? Oh. So then he stands up and says, hey Barristan, you're not in this show anymore, you actor guy. Go get the mountain. And then he sends Dondarrion out to go get the mountain. I thought it was funny. So like that guy that he calls up.
Yes.
Do you so did that guy look familiar to you? Just say no, because he didn't look familiar to
no.
anybody.
No.
So that is Beric Dondarrion. He is. Do you remember the guy that dies and they bring back to life, like when he's like with Arya and the Hound and shit? Like the Hound fights him, and then that guy brings him back to life after that Hound kills him.
Like later on in the
Yeah.
different season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Vaguely, possibly, yes.
So that's the same guy, but he,
It's a
okay.
completely different actor. 'Cause,
completely different
'cause
actor.
He asked me who it
recast.
was, and I was like, and then he told me who the guy was because I didn't recognize him. And I was like, oh yeah, they look completely different.
Yeah. So
And then same thing with the
Like-
Hound who he's going after.
that Mountain.
Mountain, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, so he's going after the Mountain, and who's gonna get recast, and this guy's getting recast. I mean, that's pretty much it. So then they go to the Dothraki people pour
They're-
gold on Viserys'
Well,
head.
yeah, they have Khaleesi has to eat that. Was it the lamb
I-
heart or no? It's her horse heart.
Yeah,
She has to eat the horse heart.
Ugh.
Viserys gets all angry, goes to steal one of her eggs.
all the eggs.
Yeah, then Obi-Wan Kenobi stops her, or stops
Jorah.
him. Jorah
Yeah.
stops him, and then
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
and then Aquaman pours the golden crown on his head.
Wow.
You know, it's hard to keep track of what the hell you're thinking.
But
about.
that's a really cool scene. I really like that scene. And then
That
like
gold melted really quick too.
yeah, I know.
yeah,
I thought
about that too.
I was like, wow, that's some quick melting gold.
That's hot fire.
yeah. They I love too how they poured on him. Like he instantly just instantly dies, and then like it sounds so heavy when he hits the floor.
Yeah, it made like a ting sound when
Yeah.
it hit. That was pretty cool.
It's like a little spittoon.
Yeah, kind of.
But that's one of the coolest deaths that I can remember in the show. Because you just like hate that little fucker, and then like he literally gets like gold poured on his head to kill him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's up there. It's definitely up there.
yeah.
I
And
enjoyed it.
that's the end of the episode, right? Doesn't it end right after that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And then do you know the names of the next episodes at all?
Episode 8 and 9 we're watching, right? No, 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
So you win or you die, and the pointy end.
All right, so the next episodes is You Win and You Die, and the pointy in episodes 7 and 8. So then we're going to do the commentary, right?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so that means
On 10, right?
yeah, so that means episode 9, we'll just talk about episode 9, which we'll have plenty to talk about then for just
Yeah.
that episode.
Does anything
'cause
happen
all-
on episode 9?
Quite a bit does.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say that's the bigger.
we're
episode,
getting a
isn't
little
it?
ahead, but yeah,
Kinda,
we'll be
yeah.
doing that then. But
I'd
all
be a
right.
smartass.
All right, that's the end of Random Ramblings this week. We'll be back next week, like we just said, episodes 7 and 8. Make sure you go watch those, otherwise you might be lost. You won't know what we're talking about. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts on this podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
I'm gonna go sit on a 2-liter bottle.